Hi, thank you so much for clicking on this video and welcome to my channel. So I have been noticing a general trend recently that drugstore or affordable makeup is just so much better than luxury and high end. Over the years, affordable makeup has come a long way. When you have products that are performing at such a high level with that sort of price point, why would you go for a luxury item? And that's a valid point. However, there are certain makeup products in my collection from the luxury or high-end category that I feel are genuinely belong in that category. I have a lot of fun things to discuss in this video. If any of these products have been on your list, then I think you'll enjoy this video because I'll break down everything for you. I have swatches in this video, demos, so there's a lot of stuff that I discuss. Some of the things that I've mentioned in this video are very overhyped, so it's nice to be able to sit down and just have a look at what I think it's good to be able to sit down and discuss whether these items are worth it or not. They are, in my opinion, they're definitely standout products in my collection. Also, I have an Instagram page called Too Much Blush, and I post very frequently on that page a lot of demos, swatches, reviews, mini speed reviews. So I don't want to sit here and keep going on and on about how much I love these two concealers, this one from Kosas and this one from Dior. I've done that in several videos now, so I think I'll just put these off camera. When it comes to my brows, I'm a very simple person, so I just stick to this one from Glossier. It's the Glossier Boy Brow. I think I've used multiple of these at this point. Like, I've been using this one for over 3 years. Not this particular one. I've been using this formula for around 3 years, so I think I'll just stick to this. So we're on to eyeshadows, and this is perhaps the most exciting part of this video. This product that I want to mention is what inspired me to film this video. And obviously it has to be a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. It's one of the bigger ones. And yes, this is one luxury item that I have not been able to find a dupe for. Of course, there are shades that are similar to the ones that this palette has. So I have the Pat McGrath palette in Huetopian Grwm, and this is what the shades look like. So there are 3 mattes, a few shimmers and metallic shades, and these are the 2 special shades. And obviously the special shades are the reason why this palette is as incredible as it is, because the mattes are great, everything's lovely, but it's really the special shades that make this palette so incredible, because otherwise I would not have been able to justify purchasing this palette. So I did buy it on sale. It does go on sale very often, so I did wait for one. But as soon as I got it, I knew there was something special about it. I think I got this in 2021, and it has managed to hold its value even now. So I start with this rosy neutral tone, and I put this across my eyelid. The matte formula is very creamy, easy to blend out. I mean, I don't have much to say about the matte formula except that it blends out like a dream. It's very pigmented. Exactly what you'd expect from a matte eyeshadow from a luxury palette. Next, I go in with this lovely pink shade. And with eyeshadows, I don't know how many of you will agree, but I'm not a very fussy person. Like, all my eyeshadows end up blending into the same thing because I just use this one brush to layer eyeshadow across my eyelid and just go in with a shimmer on top. I have never been able to bring myself up to do all that cut crease elaborate eyeshadow things, maybe because I don't have that sort of expertise, and this is more or less the only thing I can do with eyeshadow. So I'm definitely not an eyeshadow expert. This is that one area of makeup where I'm just like pretty average, not the worst but not the best by any means. But I do have a certain sense of what eyeshadow formula I enjoy using. I've used so many now in my life that I have a general idea of what it is that I like and what it is that I don't. A small amount of this dark color just on the outer corners. And now we come to the fun part, and that's the special shades. So I'll first go in with this shade and then go in with the other one. The special shimmer shades are truly iconic in my opinion. So I'm tapping the shimmer very lightly onto my eyelid, because if I rub the special shade, I can have a bit of fallout. so I tend to just take a very small amount on my fingers. Do you see just how gorgeous, gilded, beautiful this shade is? It makes me feel very special, and that is exactly what I want a luxury makeup product to do. It needs to stand out and truly justify that luxury price tag, in my opinion. And finally, I'll use this shade right on top. Usually this happens with perfumes, but this has never happened to me with eyeshadows. When you're wearing a certain perfume, you can be stopped and asked, oh, what is it that you're wearing, and you can be complimented. But this has never happened to me with an eyeshadow. Never has it happened that a stranger has stopped me to ask, what is it that you're wearing on your eyes today? I remember being so shocked. Do you see how beautiful and wet looking that is? I have a few other eyeshadow formulas. I have a few different palettes that have come very close. They have come very close, and maybe they're eyeshadows that I use more frequently than this one, just because of how unique this color story is. But I can't deny the fact that this one truly stands out. And so I've put some mascara and liner off camera, and now it's time to move on to the bronzer category. And I have a cream bronzer here. This is from Makeup by Mario. It's the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I have this in the shade Light Medium. Ever since I've started using this product, I haven't been able to put it down. It's just that good. I mean, I don't think it's sheer, but it's slightly balmy without being too thick or heavy on my skin, and it just feels very light. That's exactly what I'm looking for in a bronzer, something that's very lightweight on my skin, and something that just sort of blends in to almost nothing. The reason why I am using bronzer in the first place is to give me that slightly well-traveled bronzed look, right? Just a slight hint of color, and I don't want it to look too harsh as if I've done too much with my bronzer. I've used a fair amount of drugstore bronzers in my life, and they've been really good. The affordable ones are amazing, but this just has a touch of elegance, just a little something special and extra. In my opinion, I do believe that this product belongs in that luxury or high-end makeup category. And then with powder bronzer, I like this one from Fenty Beauty. This is the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalk'r Instant Warmth Bronzer. I have this in the shade Coco Naughty in or 07. It's a sizable pan, and it comes with a big mirror as well. So I just load this onto my brush and put this all over my face. I'm not very particular about the placement of the bronzer, as long as it just warms up my face, I suppose. Reasons why I like this: it's just a very easy to use formula. It doesn't sit on my skin and doesn't look very heavy. Moving on to blush. I love blush so much. I love using blushes all the time. I have been in love with this cream blush formula. This is from Stila. It's the Stila Convertible Color Dual Lip and Cheek formula, and I have it in the shade Petunia, which is a very bright pink. There are so many cream blushes on the market, especially since the pandemic, like 2020. So many brands have come out with cream blushes of their own. But not all cream blushes are the same. Some are definitely better than others. And I think in this race of new products coming out every day, we tend to forget the good old formulas that have been very popular over the years. If I'm not wrong, this formula, not this particular shade, was used on Daphne Bridgerton's character in the show Bridgerton. I read this somewhere, and I that makes sense, because this is such a beautiful, youthful blush formula, and it has that slightly vintage quality to it. Maybe it's the packaging, I don't know, or maybe it's the association with a period drama. It deserves a lot more hype than it usually gets, and I just wish more people would know about this. This is that one high-end cream blush that I genuinely think is worth the money. So this powder blush is from Too Faced. It's the I'm never able to say this name. This is the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blush in the shade Watermelon Rain. First of all, the packaging is adorable. Over the last few months, I haven't been able to put this down at all. But it is quite pigmented, so I take a small amount and then just build from there. It layers very well on top of other cream products, and the blurring quality is like nothing else that I've ever used. I think that's why I'm paying this much for this formula. As someone who struggles with texture and just skin issues in general, something that can blur all that away is perfection. That's exactly what I'm looking for in makeup. So I think we should start things off with a good lip liner, and of course I have to mention this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is in the shade Chai. This has been such a gorgeous addition. I won't say much about the formula because I have discussed it in length in that other video on lip liners, specifically on neutral nude lip liners. For so if you want to know more about this lip liner and just how the formula works, then I would highly recommend that you have a look at that video. I've gone ahead and lined my entire lip with this shade. I'll just try to fill it in even more. It's waxy, slightly creamy. My lips don't feel dry and chapped once I've used it. I love this formula so much that I have 3 shades in my collection now. As a luxury or a high-end product goes, this is the best lip liner that I've used. And this is like that lip liner that is totally worth it in my opinion. It makes everything look nice. And yes, I think it's well and truly worth it. And we're finally down to lipsticks. This was a difficult choice for me. I have a few options here that I wanted to mention. There are so many luxury lip products that I feel are truly worth the hype, but I wanted to stick to the theme of the video and choose just one product per category. So after a lot of deliberation, I ended up choosing this one from Dior. It's the Dior Addict Shine. Normally this is the packaging that it comes in, but I have this limited edition case. I'll put this in its original case just so that there is no confusion. Lipstick. So what makes this so special? So I have the shade Atelier. So it's like that balmy, hydrating, slightly lip balm like lipstick. It sits very nicely on top of other lip products, and even on its own it works really well. I'm unable to capture the shine that this formula has, the glossiness on camera, but in person it just stands out. It's very effortless. It's highly underrated in my opinion. I think it deserves more attention, and this is that one lip product that I had to ultimately choose to include in this video. So that was pretty much it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I had so much fun filming it. You know, in this constant cycle of trending products, I had put these products to the side and just kind of neglected them, but it was really fun to sit down and film this video and be reminded of why these luxury products are beautiful, and I will definitely try to use them more often in my everyday life. But thank you so much for clicking on this video. I would be very grateful if you'd consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video, because it ends up being very helpful in the whole YouTube algorithm world. And well, as always, I will see you very soon in the next one.